Dumbest tattoo shop complaints that made artists question permanent ink. Strongest. A customer approved the stencil, watched the artist tattoo it, then complained the ink was too permanent. Welcome to tattoo shops, where people request lifelong decisions, ignore every warning, skip aftercare, and still demand refunds like they bought a defective phone charger. Here are 48 tattoo complaints that made artists question permanent ink. Number 1. Some people treat a tattoo studio like a drive-through with needles. One walk-in brought a blurry screenshot of a full sleeve and asked for the same vibe in 10 minutes. The artist explained that sleeves need consultation, layout, stencil planning, and actual design time. The customer acted shocked, as if permanent body art should arrive faster than fries. Number 2. A first-timer arrived with a wrist tattoo idea containing a mountain landscape, 3 pets, 2 names, a quote, and a sunset. The artist gently explained that micro-tattoos need clean line work and readable spacing because skin is not a 4K printer. The customer complained the artist was limiting the vision. No. The vision needed a wall mural and a zip code. Number 3. This client wanted a portrait that was more realistic, but also more cartoon, while still matching a reference that was neither. Every stencil was rejected because it failed to capture a style that did not exist yet. The artist tried to clarify the direction. The customer complained they were not being understood. To be fair, the design brief needed subtitles and a therapist. Number 4. A bargain hunter walked in with another artist's custom tattoo screenshot and asked for the exact same design, only cheaper. When the studio refused to copy it, the customer complained about bad service. That was not bad service. That was ethics. A reference is inspiration, not permission. Copyright had just met coupon behavior in a tattoo chair. Number 5. A customer asked for a full dragon wrapped around their arm, with scales, smoke, claws, fire, and dramatic shading. Then they wanted it as a 2-inch ankle tattoo. The artist explained line weight, negative space, placement, and how tiny details blur as tattoos age. The customer got angry, like the artist personally offended mythology. They did not want a dragon tattoo. They wanted a mythological creature compressed into postage stamp software. Number 6. One client told the artist to just freestyle it, which sounds relaxed until the complaint arrives. After the design was finished, they said it did not match the picture they had in mind, but never showed. The consultation had no reference, no sketch, no clear style, and somehow full expectations. Telepathy was not included in the hourly rate, which feels like an important policy update. Number 7. A customer loved the stencil, approved the placement, checked it in the mirror, and said yes. After the tattoo was finished, they complained it was in the exact spot they approved. The artist was supposed to know they secretly meant slightly higher. Sadly, tattoo machines do not read regret. The stencil was not a weather forecast. It was the decision. Number 8. A quote tattoo customer brought their own wording, checked the stencil, approved the spelling, and then noticed the typo at home. Naturally, they blamed the shop. The problem was that the word they approved was wrong before the needle ever touched skin. If you say yes to strength, the machine does not autocorrect halfway through. Permanent ink respects your confidence, even when spelling does not. Number 9. A client got their partner's name tattooed, broke up 2 weeks later, and demanded a refund for emotional damages. The tattoo was clean. The stencil was approved. The relationship was simply not under studio warranty. Tattoo artists can do line work, shading, and placement. They cannot predict your romantic timeline. The refund policy did not include heartbreak insurance. Number 10. A trend-chasing customer asked for a permanent tattoo, but only until summer ends. The artist explained the difference between actual tattoos and temporary transfers, which should have been clear from the word permanent. The customer still got frustrated because they wanted commitment with an expiration date. This was not a product issue. This was someone trying to order lifelong ink with a seasonal cancellation plan. The tattoo studio was not selling beach stickers with consequences. Number 11. A client changed their mind after the outline was already tattooed and asked the artist to erase that part. The artist explained that tattoo ink inside skin is not pencil on paper. The customer complained like the studio had hidden the undo button. This was the outline stage, not a rough draft in a notebook. They discovered permanence exactly when permanence became inconvenient. Number 12. A customer complained their matching tattoo was ruined because their friend chose a different font. The studio had approved each stencil with each person before tattooing. The artist could control line work, placement, and cleanliness, not the emotional software of a friend group. The real mismatch was communication, not typography. Number 13. One client requested a tattoo in a language they did not read, using a phrase they found online. The artist asked them to confirm the wording before the stencil went on. Later, a fluent friend said the phrasing sounded awkward, and the customer blamed the studio. A tattoo artist may handle needles and shading. They are not automatically a global translation department with free grammar insurance. Number 14. A customer demanded a refund because their parents disliked the tattoo they personally chose. The design was approved, the stencil was checked, and the client was an adult at the appointment. The shop did not tattoo the parents. Family disappointment is not a defect in the line work. Buyer's remorse just arrived, wearing a group chat. Number 15. A no-show client missed the appointment completely, then complained when the artist kept the deposit. The studio had reserved the chair, blocked the calendar, prepared the design, and turned away other bookings for that slot. The customer argued that nothing happened. Something did happen. An artist lost paid time to an empty chair. The schedule was not a suggestion with free parking. Number 16. A client arrived 2 hours late and still demanded the full-day tattoo at the original price. The artist explained that the studio calendar had other appointments, and a 6-hour tattoo still needed 6 hours. The customer acted like time could be folded neatly into the remaining afternoon. Unfortunately, tattoo machines do not come with a fast-forward button. Number 17. A customer canceled the night before their appointment and demanded the deposit back because nothing had been tattooed yet. But the artist had already drawn the design, prepared references, planned the stencil, and held the chair time. The work starts before the machine buzzes. The customer did not see the labor, so they decided it did not exist. Invisible prep became invisible to the wallet, too. Number 18. A client booked a small tattoo slot, then showed up wanting a huge chest piece with shading, lettering, and detailed background elements. When the artist said it would need a separate consultation and a longer session, the customer complained they would not just squeeze it in. That 30-minute appointment was built for a small design, not a 5-hour body project. They brought a skyscraper blueprint to a mailbox installation and blames the calendar for not stretching. Number 19. A customer tried to transfer their tattoo deposit to a friend because they didn't feel like getting tattooed anymore. The artist had prepared for that client's design, placement, and appointment slot. A tattoo deposit is not a concert ticket you hand to someone outside. They did not want to cancel commitment. They wanted to resell it. Number 20. A client brought 3 friends to vote on the stencil, then complained when the artist would not wait through a full committee meeting. The appointment had a schedule, a consultation window, and other clients after it. The studio booked one person, not a parliament. Friends can give opinions, but they do not get to turn the tattoo chair into a debate stage. Democracy met line work and lost. Number 21. A customer demanded a discount because the artist finished faster than expected. The tattoo was clean, the stencil matched, and the result was exactly what they approved. But somehow, efficiency became suspicious. The artist was being paid for skill, setup, design value, and experience, not for pretending to struggle. They wanted professional results with beginner speed, then complained the professional was too professional. Number 22. A first-timer chose a rib tattoo, then complained that it hurt. The artist had explained that ribs can be a sensitive placement because skin, nerves, bone, and needles are all very real participants. The customer acted betrayed, like the rib cage had personally broken a comfort promise. A tattoo is not a spa brush with branding. Biology sent the warning letter early. Number 23. A client kept moving during line work, adjusting their arm, checking their phone, laughing with a friend, and twitching every few seconds. Afterward, they complained one line was not perfectly straight. The artist had asked them to stay still because precision needs a stable canvas. They wanted clean geometry on a moving trampoline. Even the best line work cannot negotiate with wiggle physics. Number 24. A customer wanted a large back tattoo during a lunch break and got annoyed when the artist said it would take multiple sessions. The design needed stencil placement, outline work, shading, breaks, cleaning, and time for the body to handle it. The customer's calendar had 1 free hour and unlimited confidence. A full back piece is not a sandwich appointment with needles. Number 25. A client insisted they had an extremely high pain tolerance, approved the stencil, sat down proudly, and tapped out after 10 minutes. Then they demanded a refund because they couldn't continue. The artist had offered breaks, explained the session, and prepared the station. Pain tolerance is discovered, not announced like a job title. Their bravery expired before the stencil had even dried properly. Number 26. A customer complained that their arm was red immediately after getting tattooed. The artist explained that fresh tattoos can look irritated because needles have just repeatedly entered the skin. This was not a mystery rash from outer space. It was skin reacting to the thing that just happened to it. They expected a fresh tattoo to behave like a sticker, not a wound with artwork. Number 27. A client showed up with a sunburned arm and wanted the artist to tattoo over it anyway. When the appointment was postponed for safety and better healing, they complained about inconvenience. The artist was not being difficult. The skin was already angry, damaged, and not ready for permanent ink. They brought a lobster red canvas and demanded fine art by dinner. Number 28. A customer requested headphones, snacks, constant breaks, phone pauses, extra pillows, and then wanted a discount for the time spent taking those breaks. The chair was still booked. The artist was still working around their comfort requests. Breaks can be necessary, but they do not magically erase appointment time. Luxury spa expectations had wandered into a tattoo studio holding a coupon. Number 29. A client went swimming the same day they got tattooed, then complained that the healing looked rough. The aftercare instructions had clearly said to avoid soaking fresh ink, pools, and unnecessary water exposure. Apparently, the customer believed pool water would respect the artwork. It did not. They baptized the tattoo 6 hours after getting it and blamed the artist for the splash damage. Number 30. A customer picked at peeling skin during the healing phase, then demanded a free touch-up because some areas healed patchy. The artist had explained not to scratch, peel, or pull at scabbing. The customer ignored that and performed amateur editing with fingernails. Healing skin is not a scratch-off ticket. They damaged the process, then filed a complaint against the result. Number 31. A client ignored every aftercare step with impressive commitment. They used random scented lotion, went to the gym daily, slept directly on the tattoo, wore tight clothing over it, and then blamed the artist when it healed badly. The studio had handed them an aftercare sheet, not a souvenir menu. Healing is the part where the customer also has a job. They treated aftercare like optional homework and then failed the final exam. Number 32. A customer complained that their tattoo looked dull during healing and demanded the artist bring back the shine. The artist explained that healing skin can peel, dry out, settle, and temporarily look cloudy. That was not the ink giving up. That was the body doing repair work. The customer wanted fresh, wet paint energy forever. But skin was busy being skin. Glossy is not a permanent stage. Number 33. A client sunbathed with a fresh tattoo and then complained that the colors looked irritated. The artist had warned them about direct sun and healing skin, but vacation confidence was apparently louder than written instructions. Fresh tattoos are not beach accessories. They took brand new ink, placed it under aggressive UV light, and acted surprised when the body objected. They grilled the tattoo and blamed the chef. Number 34. A customer let their pet lick a fresh tattoo because they had heard online that it was natural healing. Then they blamed the shop when the area became irritated. The artist had explained hygiene, cleaning, and keeping the tattoo protected. At no point did the aftercare sheet say, "Consult your dog." Cute animals are many things. Sterile medical tools are not one of them. The dog became the unlicensed nurse. Number 35. One client wrapped their tattoo in plastic for days without cleaning it, then complained that it smelled weird. The artist had given instructions about wrap timing, washing, and letting the area heal properly. Protection is not the same as sealing your arm into a tiny greenhouse. The customer thought they were preserving the tattoo. What they actually created was leftover storage with worse lighting. Number 36. A customer complained that the shop never warned them tattoo aftercare required effort. The artist had verbally explained it, handed them a written aftercare sheet, and pointed out the basic healing rules before they left. The customer simply did not read any of it. Permanent ink was apparently expected to moisturize, protect, and heal itself. They did not want aftercare. They wanted a self-cleaning tattoo. Number 37. A client wanted an old black tattoo covered with a bright pastel butterfly and complained when the artist suggested laser sessions first. The original ink was dark, dense, and not magically scared of light colors. Cover-ups need contrast, planning, and enough design strength to work. This was not Photoshop with a skin setting. They wanted white paint over a black hole and called physics bad customer service. Number 38. A customer demanded a free touch-up 3 years later because the tattoo was supposed to stay new. The artist explained that tattoos age with skin, sun exposure, friction, and time. Nothing was broken. The body had simply continued living, which is rude only if you think skin should operate like a sealed museum display. They wanted permanent ink with time-freeze technology. Number 39. A client covered an old name tattoo with a larger design, then complained that the cover-up was bigger than the original name. The artist had explained that cover-ups need size, darkness, and composition to hide existing ink. A tiny new symbol cannot always bury bold, old lettering. The customer wanted the past erased, politely, cheaply, and in miniature. They were trying to hide a billboard under a postage stamp. Number 40. A customer complained that their hand tattoo faded faster than expected, despite being warned about placement. The artist had explained that hands and fingers deal with constant washing, friction, movement, and daily wear. The client approved it anyway, then treated the fading like a betrayal. Placement affects longevity. They chose the busiest part of the body and then blamed traffic. Number 41. A client demanded a free fix after using a cheap home tattoo pen to touch up the artist's work. The original tattoo had been healing normally until the customer decided to become the sequel. Now the lines were uneven, the area looked rough, and somehow the studio was blamed. Professional touch-ups exist for a reason. They edited the tattoo at home and then reported the artist for their own director's cut. Number 42. A customer complained that scar tissue did not hold ink exactly like normal skin. The artist had explained that scar cover tattooing can be unpredictable because texture, age, and skin condition matter. The customer still expected every surface to behave like fresh, smooth paper. That was not the artist being careless. That was the body having history. They wanted skin to forget its own backstory for the sake of symmetry. Number 43. A customer wanted the exact tattoo an influencer had, then complained it did not look identical on a different body part, different size, and different anatomy. The artist had adjusted the stencil to fit their placement, but the client expected a tattoo to transfer like a phone filter. Bodies are not copy and paste templates. Instagram met actual skin geometry and immediately asked for a manager. Number 44. An influencer negotiator offered to pay for custom tattoo work and exposure, then left a bad review when the artist requested actual money. The studio still had rent, needles, ink, gloves, time, cleaning supplies, and design labor to cover. Followers do not refill black pigment. Exposure does not sterilize equipment. The artist was apparently supposed to tattoo for imaginary currency and be grateful for the privilege. Number 45. A customer live-streamed the appointment and kept moving the phone during line work to get better angles. The artist asked them to stop because the workspace needed to stay sterile and the body part needed to stay still. The client complained that the artist was rude to the audience. The tattoo chair is not a live-stream stage. They risked permanent crooked lines for temporary views. Number 46. A couple came in for matching tattoos, argued during the session, changed the wording twice, then blamed the artist when the tattoos no longer felt romantic. The stencils had been approved. The design had been adjusted. The emotional weather inside the relationship was not part of the studio service menu. Ink can match. People may not. The tattoo machine became a couple's counseling device without consent, and somehow still got blamed. Number 47. A customer complained that their tattoo did not look as bright as the edited reference photo saved from social media. The artist explained that real ink sits in real skin, not inside a boosted phone screen with contrast, saturation, and filters doing unpaid labor. The tattoo was solid. The expectation was digital. They did not want pigment. They wanted Photoshop injected into the skin. Number 48. A client asked for a viral tattoo trend, but demanded it be unique, identical to the reference, cheaper, faster, and guaranteed to never go out of style. The artist tried to explain custom design, appointment value, and the short lifespan of trends. The customer wanted every opposite at once. Original, but copied. Timeless, but trendy. Discounted, but premium. They were shopping for individuality in bulk packaging. And that is the beautiful chaos of tattoo complaints. Permanent ink, temporary judgment, and refund demands aimed directly at biology. Which one was the most unbelievable to you? The aftercare disasters, the matching tattoo drama, or the people trying to return a life choice? Drop your pick in the comments, and if you enjoyed watching Common Sense lose another court case, like and subscribe.